Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. The college entrance examination was over. After 3 years of hard work, I was dragged to celebrate by my classmates. In the private room, my sweetheart Lu Yenza came over with a glass of juice and looked at me with a mysterious look on his face. Xiao Chun, in order to celebrate the end of your college entrance examination, I have a big gift for you. What? The pen I gave you the day before yesterday is an erasing pen. 1. When I heard Lu Yenza's words, my head suddenly buzzed. What did you say? I said, the pen I gave you the day before yesterday was an erasing pen. I looked at Lu Yenza in front of me and couldn't react for a moment. I couldn't even hear the noise in the box. My head was buzzing. I looked at Lu Yenza and asked again in disbelief. Lu Yenza, what did you just say? I said, the pen I gave you is an erasing pen. The expression on Lu Yenza's face was a bit playful. Seeing that my expression was wrong, he calmed down a little. Angry? It's just a joke. Isn't that serious? A joke? Not really. I couldn't help but raise my voice, which was already trembling with anger and fear. That's the college entrance examination. Lu Yenza, I've worked hard for 12 years just for this day. Tell me, isn't it? My voice was so loud that the noise in the box stopped for a moment, and everyone's eyes fell on our faces. There was a hint of discomfort on Lu Yenza's face, but he still pretended to be calm. Don't be so nervous. Anyway, your grades are good. It doesn't matter if you repeat the exam for another year. Repeat reading? Doesn't matter? Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. Doesn't he know what's going on in my family? My mother died of illness when I was 8 years old. Within half a year, my dad remarried. My stepmother, Wu Rong, was sweet-faced but bitter-hearted. On the surface, she was polite to me, but later she treated me harshly. When she married my dad, she brought her daughter Lu Qiqi with her ex-husband. She knew that her family's resources were limited, so she teamed up with Lu Qiqi every day to make my dad happy and please him. Wu Rong's daughter Lu Qiqi is the same age as me and is already well versed in the art of framing. Every time, he deliberately provokes me just before my dad comes home, but then pretends to be afraid of me when I have an attack. She cried in front of my dad and complained that I bullied her. At first, my dad would help me speak up. But as time went by, I just felt that I was ignorant and didn't know how to think about him. In addition, Wu Rong was cooperating with her, making it difficult for her to be a stepmother. She couldn't control my crying even if she wanted to. My dad no longer wanted to believe what I said. Later, I was too lazy to argue because I knew it would be useless. In the year of the high school entrance examination, Lu Qiqi's grades were not good, and she was not admitted to high school. Wu Rong didn't even want me to continue going to school. If it weren't for my good grades, I would have been admitted to a key high school. The school agreed again to accept Lu Qiqi into school together. I'm afraid I'm now a worker on the assembly line of a southern factory. In the past 3 years, Wu Rong had brainwashed me in front of my dad more than once. It was useless to go to an ordinary college. If I couldn't get into a good university in the college entrance examination, I would need to study and go directly to the South to work. My dad took this very seriously and told me that if I couldn't get into a good university, I would stop studying. Just go to work directly. Lu Yenza knew these things clearly. Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. I consider myself to be of average talent, and I can only make up for it through hard work. While others study at 12 o'clock in the morning, I study at 1 o'clock in the morning. While others study at 1 o'clock in the morning, I study at 2 o'clock in the morning. Get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and memorize vocabulary. I was still writing questions at around 1 o'clock in the morning. When you feel sleepy, drink coffee to refresh yourself. I was afraid that drinking too much would not work, so I tried applying Fonyu essence on my temples, pricking my fingers with needles, and even taking a cold bath in the winter. The most serious time was when I thought of the solution to a problem after taking a shower and didn't blow dry my hair immediately. As a result, I caught a cold the next day, and my fever reached nearly 40 degrees Celsius. I had to lie down for 2 days before recovering. It was also after that time that I changed my approach. Get up in the morning and memorize words while jogging. When I feel really sleepy, I set the alarm clock and snooze for 10 minutes before continuing. I know that to go to a good university, I need not only good grades, but also good health. In the past 3 years, I have made it this far with my determination to get into a good university. After coming out of the examination room, I estimated my score and felt that 985 should be stable. Before I had time to be happy for myself, Lu Yenza told me, "The pen he gave me was a erasing pen. Lu Yenza and I are neighbors, and our two families are only 1 floor apart. Originally, Lu Yenza and I just met in the elevator to say hello. Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. I had an allergic reaction and itched all over my body, so I had to choose not to eat vegetables. She told my dad that I was a picky eater. Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know." I wanted to explain, but my dad wouldn't listen. Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. Lu Yenza saw my embarrassed look, but he didn't dislike me. He paid for the buns for me, took me home, and asked his mother to make me a bowl of noodles. That bowl of noodles was the best noodles I have ever eaten in my life. Later, Mother Lu learned about my situation and asked Lu Yenza to invite me to eat at home from time to time. In those days when Wu Rong deliberately starved me, it was Mother Lu who saved me from misery. Because of this, I gradually became familiar with Lu Yenza. We go to school together, study questions together, and imagine the future together. In those days, when I couldn't hold on, it was Lu Yenza who stayed with me and encouraged me. I thought he was the one who understood me best. But now, looking at his expression, I feel that the person I have known for so many years has become an extremely strange person. It doesn't matter if you repeat your studies for a year. I stared at Lu Yenza fiercely. If looks could kill, he would have died 100 times by now. Lu Yenza, do you want to listen to what you are saying? Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. Xiao Chen, don't be so excited. I just think you have been too tense recently, and I want you to relax. And even if the handwriting is faded, the marking teacher can see it, right? Besides, your grades are usually so good, so it won't matter if you lose a few points. What would happen if it were a few points less? Is that a few points less? I raised my hand and slapped him hard. The crisp slaps were particularly harsh in the dead silence of the box. Lu Yenza, that is my future. It is the future that I have worked hard for countless days and nights. I was shaking all over, and even my breath smelled like blood. Lu Yenza, why do you use my life to pay for your damn sense of humor? After saying that, I took out my phone and pressed 110 before Lu Yenza had time to react. Lin Xiaochen, are you crazy? Lu Yenza got anxious and stepped forward to grab my phone. I didn't give him a chance and ran out of the box quickly, holding the door hard with one hand to prevent him from coming out. Hello, comrade. I want to call the police. In box 985 of the Crescent Club, someone maliciously destroyed my college entrance examination answer sheet. They used erasing pens to replace my exam pens, which may have seriously affected my college entrance examination. I request a case to be investigated. The moment the call was connected, I finished describing the situation in front of me very quickly. As soon as the other party heard that someone was maliciously sabotaging the college entrance examination, they immediately took it seriously and told me not to get excited. They immediately sent someone over. I hung up the phone and looked at the number 985 on the box, feeling very ironic. This box was specially booked by the squad leader before the college entrance examination, just to get good luck. When I came in, I thought my future was in my hands. But I didn't expect that something like this would happen. 2. Before the police arrived, I kept holding on to the box door to prevent anyone inside from coming out. The sound of my alarm was heard in the box. Lu Yanzi broke his guard. He didn't expect me to dare to do it for real. Xiaochen, are you worried? I was just joking. Xiaochen, please cancel the alarm immediately. We grew up together, and you have to destroy me, right? Okay, I was wrong, Lin Xiaochen. I am willing to pay for your restudy. Please stop making trouble. Lin Xiaochen, did you hear that? I ignored it. My mind was in a mess. The police arrived quickly, 2 policemen, a man and a woman. Who called the police? I. Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. The moment I saw the police, I could barely stand. The policewoman took the opportunity to support me and looked at me with concern. When I saw the police, my tears couldn't be controlled anymore, and they fell down. Comrade police, my college entrance examination was ruined. Classmate, please calm down and speak slowly. I let go of my hand, and the door of the box opened smoothly. I couldn't stand firmly, so I was helped by the policewoman to sit down on the sofa. The other students in the class were shocked by this turn of events. They all stood there and stared at me blankly without making a sound. I briefly explained the situation and then pointed at Lu Yanzi. It's him. He said that the pen he gave me was an erasing pen. The day before the college entrance examination, Lu Yanzi came to me and said that to celebrate our upcoming college entrance examination, he gave me a pen. He also said that this pen was consecrated by his mother in the temple. It is very effective. If you use it to write test papers, you are guaranteed to be able to get it easily and get your name on the gold list. Mother Lu is very kind to me, so I naturally won't doubt Lu Yanzi. I used that pen to solve one problem after another and write down the answers one after another. Now, Lu Yanzi told me that the pen he gave me was an erasing pen. I couldn't hold it back and cried bitterly when I met the policewoman's concerned eyes. Lu Yanzi didn't expect the police to arrive so quickly. Facing police questioning, he was at a loss what to do. I was just joking. Classmate, can this kind of thing be used as a joke? The male policeman stared at his face seriously, his tone full of gloom. This is the college entrance examination, one of the most important exams in life. It is related to the future of this little girl. If you use this as a joke, it is no longer a joke, it is a crime. I'm not. Lu Yanzi's face turned pale. He turned to look at me, hoping that I could intercede for him. Xiaochen, I told you I didn't mean it. Can I compensate you? I'll give you money. Stop making trouble. Making trouble? At this point, Lu Yanzi still thinks I'm making trouble? I don't accept it. After being comforted by the policewoman for so long, I finally regained my composure. I looked at Lu Yanzi and firmly refused to accept his apology. Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. Lin Xiaochen. Lu Yanzi didn't expect that I would be so strong. When he spoke just now, everyone in the box heard it. Now I refused to forgive. 2 policemen walked up to him. Let's go. I don't want to go to jail. Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. I was wrong. I really know I was wrong. No matter how much you ask me to compensate you, Lin Xiaochen, I can't go to jail. Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later, that's all we know. Halfway through the transcript, the head teacher, Mr. Zhang, came. Just now on the way to the bureau, I called Teacher Zhang. I didn't notify my parents because I knew it was impossible for my dad to stand up for me. Lin Xiaochen. Teacher Zhang came in a hurry. Her hair was wet. What's going on? You just said what happened to your college entrance examination. The examination room for our class is not in our school, and Teacher Zhang has not seen us since the end of the examination. Teacher Zhang. When I saw Teacher Zhang, I couldn't help but want to cry again. Don't worry, what's going on? You didn't explain clearly on the phone just now, Xiaochen. What's wrong with you? Teacher Zhang. Lu Yanze, he. After listening to what I said intermittently, Teacher Zhang's expression suddenly changed. Nonsense. This Lu Yanze is so ridiculous. Teacher Zhang patted me on the shoulder, his eyes filled with distress. Xiaochen, please stop crying. If it doesn't work out, you repeat for another year. The teacher will help you tell the school and see if your tuition can be waived. Teacher Zhang also has a general understanding of my family situation. During my 3 years in high school, my dad never came to hold a parent-teacher conference for me. Instead, I went to hold a 3-year parent-teacher conference for Lu Qiqi. Obviously, my grades have always been better than Lu Qiqi's, but my dad doesn't care at all. Now that something like this has happened, the only thing Teacher Zhang can think of is to try to remedy it. Teacher, I don't know what to say. In the current situation, for me, there is really only one way to reread. Even if I could score points by filling in the blanks in front of me, it was still too far away from the university I wanted to go to. Teacher, can I appeal? Can I ask for my results to be checked? Teacher Zhang looked at me with a distressed expression, but still shook his head. It's useless to check. The eraser pen is illegal in the exam. Even if you check it, the results will be invalid. My body felt weak. I didn't expect things to develop in this direction. Teacher, I don't want to repeat it. I hate. Xiaochen, calm down. If you are worried that your father will be angry and stop you from repeating your studies, I will help you tell him. While Teacher Zhang was comforting me, Mother Lu arrived. She saw me as soon as she came in. Xiaochen, what's going on? How did I hear about Yanze? Seeing Mother Lu, I felt very complicated. Mother Lu has been really good to me over the years. Knowing that my stepmother always treated me badly, she often let me go to her house for dinner. He was afraid that I would be malnourished, so he ordered milk for Lu Yanze, and he didn't forget to order one for me. He also often warned Lu Yanze to take care of me at school. If Lu Yanze hadn't been too cruel, I really didn't want to hurt Mother Lu. Mother Yanze, you came just in time. Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later, that's all we know. After hearing this, Mother Lu's face turned green. What? She staggered and almost fell. Yanze actually did such a thing? What is he trying to do? Yes, I also want to know, what does Lu Yanze want? We have known each other for nearly 10 years, grew up together, and can be considered childhood sweethearts. But he wanted to ruin my college entrance examination and my future. Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later, that's all we know. Mother Lu took my hand and patted it gently. You are a good boy. It is Yanze who is sorry for you. Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. Xiaochen, wait for me for a while. I want to ask, why is Yanze doing this? Mother Lu went in to see Lu Yanze, and Teacher Zhang and I were waiting outside. Actually, I also want to know why Lu Yanze did this. 3. The first time she saw Lu Yanze in the interrogation room, Mother Lu slapped him in the face. Lu Yanze, you disappoint me so much. Lu Yanze slapped him in the face, and his face was turned away. He didn't defend himself. just remained silent. Seeing him like this, Mother Lu was so angry that she slapped him again. Asshole, how do I usually teach you? Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. Mother Lu's eyes were full of disappointment. Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. Lu Yanzi was still silent. Mother Lu asked for a long time, but got no result, so she simply stopped asking. Coming out of the interrogation room, Mother Lu walked up to me. She looked at me with tears in her eyes. Xiaochen, I know that Yanzi has done such a thing, and I really have no shame to ask you to forgive him. But for the sake of my only son, I beg you, can you? Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. But I can't help it. Xiaochen, can you write a letter of understanding? Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. Xiaochen, auntie, please. I was startled by Mother Lu's actions. Before I could react, Teacher Zhang pulled me to the side. Mother Yanzi, what are you doing? Teacher Zhang looked at Lu's mother. Xiaochen is still a child, you. Mother Lu's face was full of tears. Xiaochen, I have no choice. I can't really watch Yanzi go to jail. Auntie, you should get up first. I looked at Aunt Lu kneeling on the ground and thought about how much she had taken care of me over the years. I can't follow you like this. Mother Lu stood up and looked at me with a bit of embarrassment on her face. Xiaochen, do you think this is okay? Auntie will compensate you 200,000 yuan. This money is all that Auntie can afford. You can use this to repeat your studies and go to college. Please give me a letter of understanding. I beg you, Auntie. I said nothing. 200,000. I had a moment of excitement. My dad would definitely not give me money to repeat my studies. With Wu Rong here, he might not even be willing to pay for my college tuition. Xiaochen, auntie, please. Seeing that I didn't speak, Mother Lu knelt down again. I quickly stopped it. Auntie, I can't promise you now. Xiaochen, I want to meet Lu Yanzi first. I want to know why he did this. I don't believe this is a joke. I don't know whether Lu Yanzi knows how important the college entrance examination is to me. I don't understand why he can be so evil and want to destroy me just by telling a joke. After submitting the application to the police, I met Lu Yanzi. His face was full of dejection, and he was no longer as cool as he had been in the box. Why? Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. Seeing that he didn't speak and just lowered his head, I raised my voice. Lu Yanzi, tell me why? I don't believe you just wanted to make a joke. Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. I nodded and looked at the top of Lu Yanzi's head. Just now, Annie knelt down in front of me outside. She knelt down in front of me, a junior. Lu Yanzi, are you a human? Don't you know how much Auntie values you? Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. He looked at me, his eyes red. It's none of my mother's business. Lin Xiaochen, don't embarrass my mother. Am I embarrassing your mother? Isn't it you who is embarrassing your mother? Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. Why didn't he think about Mother Lu's difficulties when he replaced my pen? Lu Yanzi's head lowered again. Looking at Lu Yanzi like this, I knew there was no need to continue talking. It doesn't matter. Just let your mother kneel outside. It's up to you to explain it or not. Lin Xiaochen. Lu Yanzi became anxious. He stood up quickly, but the policeman on the side pushed him back down. I didn't mean it. I just dash. He swallowed, seeming to form words. It's Tang Yao. She said, as long as I dare to replace the pen you used for the college entrance examination, you'll date me. Dan Yao. I was stunned and looked at Lu Yanzi. It took me a while to realize who Tang Yao was. A girl from the art class next door. He transferred to our school in his 3rd year of high school. It is said that he majored in dance and took the art exam, so he didn't bother to go to school. When everyone was wearing school uniforms, she said that she was a dancer and appeared in school wearing skirts every day. Coupled with her naturally long, slightly curly hair, every move she makes exudes a style that is different from other students. After Tang Yao appeared, she became the school beauty recognized by the whole school. I was studying hard every day, and I once heard people mention the intersection between Lu Yanzi and Tang Yao. But I have never connected these two people. After all, no matter how they look, Lu Yanzi and Tang Yao don't seem to be from the same world. I looked at Lu Yanzi standing there as if I was meeting him for the first time. Maybe my eyes were too direct, and Lu Yanzi couldn't bear it. Lin Xiaochen, don't look at me like this. Tang Yao is different from you. In addition to studying every day, you just study. When I come to you, you either talk about solving problems or talking about dreams. I'm very tired. Once you tell your deepest secret, the rest will become much easier. I'm really tired when I'm with you. Do you know that every time you do better than me in the exam, my mother will criticize me and tell me to learn from you. But if you want me to be like you, sleep past 2 in the morning and get up at 6 in the morning, I can't do it. Tang Yao is different from you. She is wanton and flamboyant. She will not ask me to study. I feel very relaxed when I am with her. I like her, and I want to be with her. But she is so beautiful. There are many boys pursuing her. I chased her for a long time, but she didn't agree to me. Until a few days before the college entrance examination, she said that in order to prove my sincerity, if I was willing to do one thing, she would agree to date me. Lu Yanzi looked at me. At this moment, his eyes finally looked a little guilty. Lin Xiaochen, everything is my own fault. It has nothing to do with my mother. You don't embarrass her. I saw that Lu Yanzi didn't say anything, so he stood up and left. Lin Xiaochen. Lu Yanzi stood up again. He had a lot to say, but he was held down by the police. When I came out of the interrogation room, I found that Lu's mother was not there. Teacher Zhang said that she had made a phone call. Looking at me, Teacher Zhang's face was filled with distress. Xiaochen, from the perspective of a teacher, I hope I can get justice for you, but dash. Teacher Zhang looked hesitant to speak. Teacher, just say what you want to say. 4. Xiaochen, teacher, let's be honest. Teacher hopes you will sign a letter of understanding. Afraid that I would be unhappy, Teacher Zhang explained immediately. 200,000 is not a small amount of money. If you have this money, you can repeat your studies and go to college. If possible, the teacher also hopes that Lu Yanzi can be punished, but Xiaochen, there are some things called reality. You are not a child anymore. I think you should understand, right? Indeed, I have reached adulthood. It's like Lu Yanzi has grown up. I know what reality is. Xiaochen, this is just some advice from the teacher. If you feel embarrassed, you don't have to listen to the teacher. Teacher Zhang has been my class teacher since my 2nd year of high school. In 2 years, I know that she is really good for me. I didn't say anything, but I already acquiesced that I was willing to issue a letter of understanding. Mother Lu came back soon. She was not alone, and Father Lu followed behind her. Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. This time he was about to get out of the car, and everyone was already on the road. He heard that Lu Yanzi was arrested by the police and came back. Error 500, server error. 1500, that's an error. There was an error. Please try again later. That's all we know. When he saw me, he slapped himself first. Xiaochen, this is because Yanzi is sorry for you. That bastard dared to do such a thing, and he deserves to die. I won't plead for him. He wants to go to jail, so let him go to jail. I have no shame to plead. Uncle Lou, this is 200,000. Dad, Lou took out a card and put it in my hand. This is my uncle's idea. You must accept it. Lao Lu. Mother Lou looked at Father Lou, wanted to say something, and then turned away. Xiaochen, it's Uncle Lou who is sorry for you. Don't worry, I will never let you sign a letter of understanding. Facing Dad Lou's sincere expression, I pinched the bank card and hesitated for a while before speaking. Uncle Lou, Auntie, I am willing to issue a letter of understanding. Xiaochen, you don't have to give Uncle Lou face. Lu Yanzi should teach him a lesson if he does something worse than a beast.